So here we are in AX again, and I'm going to open up the Release Products form and pull up that t-shirt we created earlier. I'm going to edit it by clicking Edit in the Maintain group of the Action pane, which will open up the Release Product Details form. Here you can see all sorts of detailed information. The General tab has the basic information. Certain fields are mandatory, like this item model group, for example. So I'll select an item model group, such as FIFO, and we'll go down through these tabs one at a time. Next, on the Purchase tab, I can specify some default information for my item. So for example, I might want to select a unit of measure, such as each. If we scroll down, you can see there's also some pricing information. I'll go ahead and enter a default purchase price for this item. The Promote Fast tab includes a checkbox which allows us to decide whether or not this item will be included or excluded from coupons. The Deliver tab includes some fields to control how this item will be delivered. The Sell Fast tab includes some fields that will default onto a sales order. I'll select a unit of measure such as each again and give it a default purchase or sales price. The Foreign Trade tab has additional fields to specify some information if this item is going to be sold or purchased from a foreign entity. The Manage Inventory tab includes basic information about the weight and dimensions of a particular order. The Engineer tab is used for items that will be engineered and typically include a bill of material. The Plan tab allows us to select a coverage group that would be used for master planning. The Manage Cost tab allows us to control how the item will be costed for financial purposes. The Item Group field here is one of the mandatory fields, so I will select an item group for my item and give it a default cost price. If you're using the Project Management and Accounting module, you can link your item to a project category. You can also link an item to any one of your financial dimensions. Your financial dimensions may be different depending on what you configured in the general ledger. The Warehouse Management tab includes settings to control how warehouse management will function when you're using the new Advanced Warehouse Management functionality in AX 2012 R3. The Retail tab includes settings for how this item will function if you're using the point of sale. And the final tab is the Transportation Management, which includes a setting if you'll be using the Transportation Management, which is new in AX 2012 R3. Now, in this example, I entered all of the values manually. I'm going to go ahead and validate that my setup is complete by clicking the Validate button in the Maintain group. You'll notice that an error message is received. In this particular example, I'm missing a storage dimension group and tracking dimension group. So before I can finalize this product, I must specify these additional details. Dimension groups are attached to an item by clicking the Dimension Group button in the Setup group of the Action pane. In this drop-down dialog box, I can now select which storage dimension group will be used and which tracking dimension group will be used. When I click OK, these values will be added to the item. If you go back up to the General Fast tab, you can actually see these values if we refresh the form. Are populated now in the Administration group. You cannot change the values directly in these fields. You must always use the Dimension Groups button in the Setup group. If we validate again, we should receive no error message. And you can see now my product validation is successful. In my next example, I'll show you how to create a product template. This can be done by using the Template button up in the New group. So if I wanted to start a new product altogether, I can click New Product. But now that I've set this particular t-shirt item up, I want to apply these settings to all of the t-shirts I create later on. So I'll use the Template button and select that I want to create a shared template. If you create a personal template, that template will be available only for your user when you are logged into AX. Shared templates are available for any user. Give your template a name. and a description, and then click OK. Now that I've used this item as my template, I can apply it to other items. To apply the template to other items, you must go back to the Release Products List page. So if I want to apply this template to the baby t-shirt that we created earlier, I can select the baby t-shirt or other items from the list, and then click Apply Template in the Maintain group of the Action pane. This will open a new screen where you can see all the different templates that are available. You select the template that you want, and then click OK. Now if we open the details of this product, you'll see that the values have been copied from the other item. So you can see the storage dimension group, tracking dimension group, item model group, and item group are copied from the original item. The item group is found down on the Manage Cost tab. There you can see the audio group was copied automatically. So now I've shown you how to finalize product setup in a legal entity. In the next lesson, we'll talk about default order and site settings.